use headphones for best experience. Thanks for your fantastic support. Hi, welcome to another video. And first let me show you that you can listen to my content audio only on audio streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music and other platforms. So type in ASMRctica ASMR and you will find my audio content here. Today I would like to do some tracing on an actual map. I just got the idea a couple of minutes ago because I was about to start to do this tracing, and when I realized it would take some time, actually be some time-consuming work, I decided to give it a try to record it. What's this? It's an old sticker with the letter O or 0. I think it looks like one of those stickers that came with music cassettes or video cassettes. I think you were about to, the purpose of these stickers were probably that you would put it on the cassette and write letter by letter what was recorded on the music cassette or something. It was fun. I will put it back here. And this map is a map of Stockholm from April 1990. And it says here ritad på in Swedish. It means there are already some drawings on it, some doodling. And the reason I will continue to draw on this map. I have no idea when the first drawings were made on this map. Here you can see some drawings with a blue marker. And I don't really like drawing on maps because I like maps so much. I want to keep them in their original shape. But today I felt I wanted to draw on the map because I needed to do something, and to achieve this idea that I got, I think I need to draw this map. But I'm lucky enough to have this other copy of the same map, Stockholm map from 1990, Stockholm map from 1990. So that's why I have at some point written this ritad på. So I don't need to be so careful with this map. It's also broken. It's split into parts and everything. So I can use it for some drawing. And I got an idea yesterday. I wanted to wanted to create my own map, like this, for doing some planning for some bike routes, cycling routes in Stockholm. So I started here, as you can see, tracing. I was trying to trace using this light tracer. But as you can see, it was not super easy to trace the coastline. When I tried, I wanted to have like the coastline of Greater Stockholm as a reference, and then from that start to draw some planned biking routes. But I had just started when I realized I can't do this. The coast of Stockholm is so complicated. There are so many islands and so much water, different formations. So I need to have a more visible coastline when I trace. So then I realized I should probably draw and trace the coastline with the black marker like this. And since I already have a copy of this map that will still remain without some additional drawings made by me, I think I could do it on this map, on this copy. And I started here a couple of minutes ago, and then I realized I could record this and probably make a video about it, since map tracing might be a good ASMR trigger. Could be probably relaxing to watch. And it will also take some time, I guess, because, like I said, it's so much water and coastline in Stockholm, Greater Stockholm. So let me zoom in a bit. I'm not sure if I should have this light. I could probably keep this light tracer on. But I will at least zoom in a bit. Small island here outside Hässelby in Lambarfjärden, part of Mälaren, third largest lake in Sweden. Lambarön it's called. It's an interesting small island or islet. There are no bridge, no land connection to this island. So even though it's located very central in Stockholm greater area, you need a boat to get there. I think it will be easier without the light, actually, because otherwise I will see the map on the back go through the paper. you think it's strange that I will use a map from 1990 when I'm planning biking routes for today? It's more than 30 years old map, this one. But I think it's still possible to see the main roads, and actually biking roads quite often follows the old roads, the smaller roads. If there have been a new road constructed, like a highway, motorway, if you go by bike, you will probably use the older road. So I think I will find most of them on this map. Here's a very narrow bay. Between Ulvsunda, part of Stockholm city, and Solna. It's of course considered part of Greater Stockholm, but it's not technically in Stockholm city. It's a municipality on its own. Here's the very center of Stockholm. If you're a tourist in Stockholm, you will probably walk here, over town, Kungsträdgården Park here, the City Hall, Stadshuset. A lot of museums here and here. Djurgården, very big forested area and park. There's a canal, Djurgårdsbrunnskanalen. Vasamuseet, old ship Vasa museum. Can't see the coast here exactly. Here they are building ships, and have done that for a long time. That's why you have this odd shape on this small island. And the old town, this island that is no longer an island, but it used to be. Or yeah, maybe it's still an island, but I mean, this bridge now is it's very wide. This was the only parts on this map that was actually called Stockholm from the beginning. This was the actual town. Very green island in central Stockholm. Here's a very small island, Lilla Essingen, smaller Essingen. Even though it's very small, it's very densely populated. There's so many houses here. No green area at all. But I think Stockholm is a city where there are a lot of green areas close to the center. You don't need to go very far from the center to have nice green areas and recreation areas, which I like a lot. Here's Stora Essingen, greater or big Essingen Island. Very nice island to walk around, at least on this side. On the eastern side there is this huge motorway crossing the island. And this is one of the areas of central Stockholm today, Kungsholmen. I will continue here, the eastern part of this island, and the visible parts here. East of Slussen, here the lock, sea lock, is Salt Lake. It's called Saltsjön, and it's part of the sea, so it's salt water here, and west of it it's Mälaren, the lake, so it's fresh water. This area is called Frihamnen, the free port, where I guess there was no toll, perhaps, in the past. That's why it's called free. The free port. You can see the colors are so similar, the light green for the land and the light blue for the water. That's why it gets so difficult to trace when you have the light tracer on, and also you have a white paper on top of it, and also you can see shining through the map from the back, so it gets very confusing. But now it will be much easier to trace this. When I have this solid black line contour. There's a big park again, Hagaparken, a castle, Haga Castle. Or the red lines are bus lines in 1990. So maybe it's not a good idea to try to use it for finding the right bus today, because I guess it has changed a lot. And the blue lines are metro, or yeah, these blue lines, solid blue lines, are the metro lines, and these striped blue lines are light railway or railway. And this is another municipality, Sollentuna, north of Solna. And on the eastern side of this this water here, I can't see the name. I know it's called Edsviken, at least in the north, more far to the north here. I don't know if it has another name here. Viking it says here, but I think it only refers to this small part of it. But anyway, here it's Danderyd. Danderyd municipality. Danderyd has 2 metro stations. It's the red line, the red metro line. There are 3 colors of the metro lines in Stockholm. The green, the oldest one, and the red line, the second one that was constructed, and then the blue line, the most recent. So the blue line is here in Solna and Sundbyberg, another municipality. western part of Greater, or of Stockholm city actually. The northwestern part. And the red line is here on the northeastern part. The northeastern part of Solna first here, only this stop, and then 2 stops in Danderyd. But in Danderyd also there is this light rail, Roslagsbanan. Very old railway in Stockholm, still being used. It was constructed, the first part, I think, in 1880s. This is the next municipality, called Täby. Stora Skraggen, this small island is called. I don't know what it means, Skraggen. The Stockholm archipelago starts here. So already here there are a lot of islands that you need to take the boat to have access to. And I haven't been much in Stockholm archipelago actually. Wish I had been visiting this beautiful part of Stockholm more. But this summer actually I went to a big island to the east in the archipelago called Möja. It was a nice experience. It was the first time I was there. Then I took the boat for 3 hours, seeing a lot of these islands, passing through, very beautiful. Here is a very big island called Lidingö. It's its own municipality. Here you can take the boat and use the same travel card that you use for the metro and the buses in central Stockholm actually. There are some boats reaching the nearest part of the archipelago. That a few lines that have started. Here actually I know there has been a new bridge constructed a couple of years ago, a bit more to the north. So here there will be not so accurate. If I want to plan a route to Lidingö Island with bike, I will need to draw a line, I think here. The new Lidingö bridge. think I forgot the small island here, Bockholmen and Kaninholmen, Rabbit Islet. And a small part of this land here. And the rest of Lidingö Island. I don't think I will care about the lakes. It will be too much work. And yeah, I don't think it's super important for this purpose, for my cycling routes, to see where all those lakes are. Maybe just the biggest ones. Lidingö also has this light rail, as you can see. There are no metro to Lidingö. The last metro stop is here, where if you want to continue to Lidingö, you transfer here to bus, or this, if you're going to the southern parts of Lidingö, you have that old light rail line. I think it used to be a tram line, when Stockholm had a lot of tram lines. The first part of the 20th century. There were, if you were traveling in Stockholm, there were no metro. There were some buses, but mostly you would probably travel by tram. Or boat. Here is part of Nacka, the next municipality. The one to the east of the center of Stockholm. Very nice forest here, Drevviken. With a lot of old oak trees. Big old oaks. Fjäderholmarna here in the middle. there's a restaurant. You can go here by boat. I haven't been there for many years, though. Maybe it would be nice to visit this place again. And then there are islands in Mälaren Lake also. And together, most of these islands make up the municipality Ekerö, named after one of the biggest islands. This one is called Kärsön. Here's the royal castle, or no, not the royal castle, but the castle where the monarch, the king and the queen lives. There's a big nature reserve all of this island. Yeah, I guess you can go hiking. Lot of nice nature scenery. Lovön it's called. While I'm doing this, I really feel I would like to explore Stockholm surroundings more. Go hiking. But actually that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some biking trips. Okay, I think I'm done with the northern part now. Let's see. No, the southern part should be here. So let's continue with Ekerö municipality, islands. There are many small islands here in the Mälaren Lake. Fågelön is a bit bigger island. But no houses on it, at least I can't see any. This map. I think actually there are some houses on Fågelön and Björnholm. this is a big island with no bridge connection, but still a lot of buildings, houses. Kungshatt. And this is Ekerö, very big island that has given name to this whole municipality. The archipelago of Mälaren. Vikingaberget, it says here. Viking mountain or hill. I don't know exactly the location for another hill called Vikingaberget, also here somewhere. Or maybe close to Vårbergstoppen. Maybe, I'm not sure. But the thing is that I have quite recently read that the highest peak and highest hill in Stockholm municipality is also called Vikingaberget. But it couldn't be this one because this is in Ekerö. And I read that it's on the very border between Stockholm municipality and Lidingö municipality, located here to the southwest. So I think this dotted line here is the border, so somewhere here there should be another Vikingaberg. And it's the biggest or tallest natural peak. So there are peaks that are taller, but those are constructed. And yeah, here's a small, very small island called Fläsket. Bit odd name because it means the flesh, or maybe you could say pork, meat. But actually it's a small island that I have visited because this summer, a couple couple of weeks ago, I, for the first time, went kayaking here. I went from Drevviken, this place where you can rent kayaks. And it was so fun. I'm so glad I finally did it, because it's something I have wanted to do for a long time. And then I visited 2 small islands that you couldn't access without going with your own boat. So I was kayaking with a friend, but we had our separate kayak. And first we went here to Rotholmen. And then I was like a bit scared. I was so... it was almost the first time I've done kayaking, or I had tried it before, not in Stockholm, but it was a long time ago, so I was a bit scared of everything. But then I started to learn a bit more how to do it, and then we went further away here, all the way to Fläsket, and landed here and explored this small island. Super fun. I think it's so fascinating, all these islands that you can't access if you don't have a boat. Albysjön, this lake is called. And Tullingesjön, another big lake. And even though they are lakes, I think they are important because they're kind of making the landscape look as it is. They're very important for the landscape. So roads and everything you have to keep in mind those natural limits and borders. Also, I think Långsjön is quite important for that reason. It makes the border between Stockholm and Huddinge. Stockholm city and Huddinge municipality. Now let's continue with this area of Stockholm city. Södermalm, the southern island. Malm doesn't mean island, it's just an old name for something that I can't really explain. I think it has to do with the kind of soil, the type of soil. Malm. there's a lake in Nacka. Nacka, the municipality to the east. And here's another lock, sea lock, with the lake Mälaren to the west, and I think, but I'm not sure if the sea starts here, or if you consider this being the. But no, but there's no locks here. This is just a canal. So I would say this is where Mälaren Lake meets the sea. On the southern part of this island. You remember on the northern part of this island was the Slussen sea locks. And these are interesting islands. Malmar, very close to the city, but also not accessible. If you don't have your own boat. But I've been there twice, walking, crossing the ice when it's been ice here on this lake. Actually, I made a video about it on this channel. Here is a big lake that is important, I think, for the overall shape of Greater Stockholm. Also, it functions as the border between the most southern part here, Farsta. Most southern area of. Is this a small island, maybe? Southern area of Stockholm city, Farsta. And Farsta strand. Strand is beach. And Lidingö, again to the southwest. Here, you can see Lidingö. And there's no metro to Lidingö. There are just the commuter trains and buses. The metro stops here at Farsta strand. In the southern direction of Stockholm metro system. The green line here, the oldest line. To the southwest there's the red line. And here in the middle of those areas is the commuter train. One branch here to the east, one branch to the west. And also, yeah, this lake was called Magelungen. Nice lake for ice skating in the winter, actually. I would like to try that one day. I haven't done it yet. Kayaking, long distance ice skating has been things I would love to try. But yeah, this year I tried kayaking. Maybe this winter I will try ice skating. All these lakes are like narrow, so I guess that makes them suitable for ice skating in the winter. Because yeah, the ice layer gets very thick. And solid, so this lake also, even bigger lake, this one, Drevviken, also good for ice skating. Kaninholmen again. Didn't we see Kaninholmen? Also in the north. Rabbit Isle. So yeah, this is a very complicated shaped lake, also important for the infrastructure here, because here you still have Stockholm city all the way here into this corner of the map here, but then this is Tyresö municipality south of Nacka that ends here. In Tyresö, also you can even see a small part of Haninge, the next municipality to the south. And on this side of Drevviken, the narrow strait here, Trångsund, is part of Huddinge. I think we're almost done now with this tracing. And this is also a big, quite big lake that could be important because it's part of it makes the border between Stockholm and Nacka. And here's a narrow lake in Nacka. And this is the sea. Bay here. It was more complicated on the northern side, I can see now. On the southern side, there are more big lakes, probably. The archipelago and all the islands were more complicated on the northern part. So, for example, if I would like to go to Tyresö, on the very southeastern corner of this map, from the center of Stockholm by bike, I would go follow this main street here. I would go like this, and here I think I would go these small roads here and cross the metro here at Blåsut, and then follow the metro line here. The metro line is not underground, it's on viaducts, how do you say it? Bridges. It's overground, if you could say like that. And Sandsborg I would pass, and then here follow the old Tyresö road, gamla Tyresövägen, the old main road to Tyresö. Here I would take left and follow Skarpnäcksvägen, also an old main road, and then I would go here in the forest. There's a road here, small forest road, but still you can use it for bikes. And I will come here to Kolaren, follow this smaller road to Älta Gård, Älta Mansion, or here it says Älta Skola, Älta School. And I will go like this, and then follow this road, Evalundsvägen. And I would go through this cemetery, Storkällans kyrkogård, until I reach central parts of Tyresö. Or if I would like to go to Huddinge, I would follow Götgatan and then take to the right here, follow Huddingevägen, the old road leading to Huddinge. And there's a bike road for bikes here over these fields. And then I would follow this road here, the old road through Örby. And pass Älvsjöbadet swimming pool. And follow some local roads in Hagsätra area, and follow some roads for bikes here, and then follow the main road again, Huddingevägen, here to the central parts of Huddinge. So that types of routes I would like to include on my map that I will draw. see the metro. Metro map. You can see the green line to the south, Farstastrand, and all the way to the northwest, Hässelby Strand. And then the red line to the southwest, and to the northeast, remember Ropsten, if you want to go to Lidingö Island, crossing that bridge. And Danderyds sjukhus and Mörby Centrum, the two stops in Danderyd. And then the blue line to the northwestern parts of Stockholm. And also through Solna municipality, Solna Centrum, and Sundbybergs municipality, Sundbybergs Centrum. And the blue line will actually be extended in a couple of years. They are constructing that now. It will extend to the east, to Nacka, with I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new stations. It's a lot of work here now. It's not super easy and fun to take the bike to Nacka at the moment, because everywhere there are these construction works for the metro. Now when I'm talking so much about that, maybe I should try to show you. On this map you can see the old light railway, Saltsjöbanan, the only railway to Nacka at this point. So you will have new metro stations here, one here, Sofia, Hammarby Kanal, I think this one will be called, and then Sickla, and Järla here, and the last station, Nacka, here with close to Nacka Centrum, Central Nacka. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Sleep well. See you soon.